Mets player.
Yes.
Yes, you know, I like to be all-encompassing when we talk about sports on the morning broadcast. So I'm going to start this off by talking about Sisyphus. He's a Greek figure from Greek mythology. So after cheating death twice, Sisyphus is sent to Hades, where he must push a boulder up a hill. When he gets to the top, thinking he has reached success, the boulder rolls back down, and the cycle begins again for forever. That is what life is like for Mets fans. If you don't believe me, ask our next guest, Devin Gordon, author of So Many Ways to Lose, the Amazin True Story of the New York Mets. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the author, I don't know what your number is, Devin Gordon.
Tom Seaver.
You went with Tom Seaver jersey.
I did. You know, he had some Sisyphus moments with the Mets, so I figured why not pay tribute that way.
Well,
yeah, I don't know what I did to get condemned here, though. That's the thing. I don't know what I did.
I don't know either, because I would like to know how long you've been dreaming about writing this book before it came to fruition, and also, did you get Mr. Met's permission to use his likeness on the cover?
You know, we didn't. That was like a file photo that they found that was pretty miraculous. I got a note from the guy who did that shoot being like, "Oh my gosh, you guys used my photo for the cover." But you know, you would think you'd have to ask a question like that, but no, it turns out that's another thing that you don't need permission from the Mets. You can lose in any kind of way. They'll let you do it. It's fine. No, I've been this book began as an article in the New York Times Magazine about Gary, Keith, and Ron. And so in some ways, the idea for the book came to me. Afterwards, people were like, publishers were like, do you want to turn that article into a book? And it wasn't going to be a Gary, Keith, and Ron book. It just seemed like the subtext of the article was suffering and why we do this to ourselves and what it is to be a Mets fan. And that seemed like a pretty good basis for a book about the history of the team.
And for those of you who are uninitiated, Gary, Keith, and Ron are the broadcasters for the New York Mets.
Of course.
Friends of ours, friends of yours.
Yeah, sorry, I figured I didn't have to spell that out on Pix, but maybe I should have. Yeah.
It's fine. By the way, should we talk now about your love affair with Pix when you watched as a child?
Sure. Well, you know, the thing about Pix, as you guys know, is that Pix was the enemy network when I was a kid. You guys had the Yankees. So when I was growing up, you know, if the Mets were on cable or didn't have a game, I would watch the Yankees game and I would root against them and roll my eyes at Phil Rizzuto because he would spend 6 innings talking about garlic bread. And then at some point, the Mets conquered Pix. And now I love Pix. And it's the best.
It's a full circle moment. I love it. You've dedicated so much time to this book, and I've said it's not just about fans of baseball or of the Mets, but it's sort of a love letter to life, because there is a delineation that you make between being bad and being gifted at losing. So explain what you mean by that.
Well, I mean, it's the distinction that sort of defines the Mets as a franchise, because I think, as most fans know or sort of get a little uppity about, is that we're not bad. I mean, you know, we're almost in first place. We spent most of the season in first place, and it's not like that doesn't happen often. The Mets often have superstars, the likes of Jacob deGrom. We have a playoff history that a lot of teams in baseball would kill for. It's not that we're bad. Like, the Detroit Lions are bad, right? That's bad. Unremitting bad has no joy to it. What the Mets are is gifted at losing. No matter whether we're a super bad team, we do it with, you know, circus-like antics. But even when we are a really good team and we lose, we're the team that loses a playoff series to our hated rival with a walk-off walk in extra innings, right? That's the Mets. You know, any team can just give up a walk-off home run. We need to go the extra mile.
And we were actually just having a tutorial about what a walk-off home run is, and maybe I'll bring in my teammates later so that you can actually give them the tutorial.
Yeah, we had a good one yesterday.
Last night, Pete Alonso with the walk-off. Yes. I mean, come on. I've tried to explain to friends, you know, when watching a Mets game or just seeing how the season unfolds, I say, oh, that's so Mets of the Mets. I've now come to saying, you know, when my child does something that I expect him to, really surpass, I'm like, you know what, Gavin, that's so Metsy of you.
Metsy.
It's so Metsy of you. I turn it into an adverb, an adjective, a verb whenever I can. But basically what we're saying is you're rooting, right? And then failure comes, because you look at in 1962, right, the Mets lost 120 games. There are only 162 games in the regular season, so you do the math. They win the series in 69 and 86, but then they give us an ace like Jacob deGrom.
Yeah.
But even a Cy Young winner who has the fewest wins of any Cy Young winner. So do you have any pearls of wisdom right now for Mets fans?
Well, I mean, I think one of the things that people assume about the Mets is that it's all going to go catastrophically wrong, inevitably. And while that is true, the mistake that people make is thinking that that doesn't include some really thrilling, miraculous winning along the way. It's, if you look at 69 and 86 as models, they are perfectly Metsy because the immediate aftermath was utter catastrophe, the likes of which no other team could accomplish in the aftermath of a World Series champion. Those teams blew apart. And so that's what I would say, in a weird way, is my degree of optimism for the Mets and for Mets fans, which is I really do think we're going to win the division. I really do think we're going to go to the playoffs. And then there'll be another catastrophe.
And then there'll be another catastrophe, and we're here for it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's like, the Mets are the most fun team to root for in baseball. I mean, if you're going to come at me with a different franchise, I would really like to hear your argument, because if you're going to sign up to be a Mets fan, if you're going to root for a team that was basically built to lose entertainingly, which is what the 62 Mets were, you're signing yourself up for seasons like this, like the one we're going through right now. This is such a Metsy season. It's just who we are.
It's Metsy. I will be there tonight, facing the Dodgers.
Hopefully, if the weather holds.
Shh,
I just
Devin,
heard.
Come on.
Sorry.
I just thank you so much. I know you were voted most stubborn by your class, which explains why you wrote this book. Again, it's called So Many Ways to Lose, the Amazin True Story of the New York Mets. Devin Gordon, thank you so much for joining us. Please let me know when you come to the ballpark. We can hang out.
I will definitely.
I'll bring my teammates, because I'm trying to teach them baseball, but they don't listen to me.
Let me help. I might teach them about the Mets, unfortunately, not so much baseball.
I was at a Mets game. I went recently.
Hi, Devin.
It was
wearing a Yankee jersey, right?
No, I wore the Mets jersey.
He wore a Mets jersey.
Okay.
He came in the booth. I was trying to teach him how to score the game. It was futile. Again, Sisyphus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
The Rock is coming back down right now.
Well, hey, I know what a walk-off homer is.
Tell us again what it is.
Tell us what that is.
What is
A
it?
walk-off homer is when you have a home run. It's the last play of the game, and the team just walks off.
Yes. Then the Mets rip his shirt off.
And then Michael Conforto rips his shirt off. Exactly.
Is that what it is, Bert?
Let's do a podcast on talking about sports. You and I, all right?
No.
In a way where we can figure it out for people like me.
In your free time.
I will listen.
Before
No,
we go,
I'm asking you to host it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I love that.
in all his free time, before we go, favorite place to eat in City Field?
The sushi place.
I'm a Shake Shack guy.
There you
and
go.
especially since I don't live in New York anymore, I love going to Shake Shack.
Fair
but
enough.
sometimes I mix it up with Blue Smoke if the line is too long.
Fair enough.
Both terrific
Excellent
spots.
choices.
No sushi, though? No sushi at a baseball game?
I just can't do that at a
Oh,
ballpark.
come on.
I just can't get there. I just can't get there.
I'm with you.
Devin Gordon, thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you guys
weekend.
for having me. This was a
Good to
blast.
see
Thank
ya.
you so much.